Hello and welcome back to Trails in the Sky the Third. This time I'm going to do probably not the full episode worth of recording, because basically I want to finish up some stuff that I'm stuff I'm going to do before leaving. I, in between episodes, did indeed set everyone up and leveled everyone up to levels that I am good with. So basically, this is my thought process. So I was told that there's going to be 4 parties. You have your normal party. I'm going to take these 3 because I like these 3. Worth noting that I did set up Ingenuity and the Soul on Joshua. So essentially, he is now, for every turn that goes by, recovering 7. So Soul takes your EP every turn in the same way the Gladiator stuff does, and it increases your CP. I have Ingenuity, so his EP will stay normal. So essentially, he's recovering 7 every single turn instead of 5 right now with his current setup. I took off some stuff that wasn't really all that important, but now that he's recovering 7 every turn, he's basically going to be a S-craft machine at this point. Honestly, he really is going to be that. Kevin's much the same. Reese, I gave stuff to make her basically my physical attacker, and Ren's still my other attacker. I set up because there's gonna be 4 parties. I set it up so I'd have 6 people that were level 130 or higher, 2 people for each party that aren't my main party to basically carry them. So that's Estelle. Let's go to this one. That's Estelle, Chloe, Annalise, Shara, Oliver, and Richard. Now, Ackett was definitely someone I considered, but I felt like I could use some more magic and support people who are set up well. Tita, I know Tita can be really, really good in this, but there's so many characters, she's just down the list of me caring at a point. Josette. Josette. She's a thing. Tita and Josette sort of got a little shafted in terms of their setups for what I could do. I was a bit limited. So I sort of set them up to they might be a bit tag-alongs in their current state, which is fine. It is worth knowing that I do need to buy people weapons still. I was waiting on that because I always keep forgetting. I've had those freaking Zemurian ores for a while. I always keep forgetting to go look into what I need to do with them, because I know they're going to be used to make weapons. That's what they were there for Cold Steel. I don't know if it's 1 per weapon, or all 4 for a weapon, or 2 for a weapon, I don't know. We'll find out. But once I have those settled on which ones I want to do for that, then I will buy people stuff in terms of that. So some people's strength are definitely much lower than they would be normally. So the idea is, yeah, I have 6 people, 2 per party, that can basically carry the other parties. And then the other people, basically because it was really easy. You know that place in the 6th plane, like, with the scenic route? And there was that one palm that I was grinding on earlier to get people up to, like, the 120s and stuff? So it was super easy to just take Joshua and go, like, okay, get a battle, get a palm battle, get an encounter with a palm, S-craft, done. Head to, like, the 1st plane, get into a battle, just press move, and he just builds up CP across time, and it's super easy. Back to the 6th plane. That it took not too much time to get the rest of the guys, the other 6, up to a level 120 or higher. I did try to get everyone to 124 higher, because it did seem when I was doing that they seemed to get S-crafts and stuff at 124 if they did get one. So I tried to focus on that. I did set up everyone else's accessory, boots, and armor. Still need to do the weapons, like I said. So, how I have people set up. Estelle. I sort of had her set up, I believe, before I came into it. So I just kept what was on her. She's fine. She's not amazing. She's fine. Chloe. I have her set up a bit more. Because I'm already using stuff on, like, most of my arch strength up on Ren, Chloe and Shara sort of each took a Crimson Eye. Oh, no, she didn't take a Crimson Eye. Actually, never mind. Chloe took the Crimson Eye, the last one that was left over. And it is what it is. I felt like their speed was lacking significantly, just in general, so I didn't really want to risk them being hit too much harder by having multiple Crimson Eyes, and I only had the 3 anyway, I believe. So they're not amazing at the art attacks. I did set up Shara so that she could use her. I set up Shara specifically with the idea in mind that her most useful ability is probably the fact that she can bring everyone to the front of the turn order. So I set her up with the Gladiator Belt, basically, in order to make sure her CP kept replenishing so she could always do that, so they didn't just run out of it, essentially. I really wish I could make her faster and faster, but I'm sort of lacking the ability to do that in terms of accessories and other things that I am basically keeping on my main party, who are all, like, fast as fuck, honestly. Annalise, already know how she's set up for everything else, just sort of kept her the same. Same with Richard, kept him the same. Olivert has good art strength. He got the other Crimson Eye. Right. He's also sort of set up as a hybrid art caster and support. He can do a ton of healing. He has a ton of options in terms of attacking. And he has okay options in terms of attacking. He has strong ones and the ones he is capable of. And then for the other guys, Zin I had mostly set up already, so I just sort of set him up how he was. Mueller, I tried to set up Mueller so he had a high strength. Specifically, I tried to set up Julia so she had high agility. Agate's Agate. He's strong at 125 with a fucking 2. I have a Tiger Heart on him. I had a Tiger Heart on him. I left it on him. I gave him a Lunar Seal, as that should help his CP recovery somewhat as well. That's not a bad thing at the very least. He's also probably going to be a bit of a CP battery at times. Josette and Tita, I didn't really have anything. They sort of got the leftovers in a sense. So they're sort of going to end up being tag-alongs in the end when it comes down to it. And it is what it is. Zin, I already had set up to sort of be tanky, and I intend for him to be tanky. He has that taunt ability, I'm probably going to make use of it. So I think I was told I talked to her for the Zemurian stuff. Wait, could it be? Is that Zemurian ore you have in your possession? Unbelievable. How did it end up being recreated in Phantasma? How long has it been there? Was it perhaps there all along? Zemurian ore is supposed to be a really old metal that's like magically infused and super powerful, right? Well, I believe this is also true in the time period they come from. That material's composition is said to be impossible to analyze by any known means. Yet by a miraculous coincidence, the means by which to process it has been discovered. Should you wish it, I would be able to use the facilities of this garden to make a new weapon for you using that one. So even back in Celeste time, they didn't know shit about it. That's concerning. Yes, I want to make weapons. Okay, let's see how much we use. I obviously want to get her a Templar sword, since she's going to be my hard hitter. Good, I'm glad the process went successfully. Should you find any more of that ore, bring it to me right away. We have to make a new weapon for you, so is it 1 per? That's the question. I imagine it's in something. Zemurian ore. Okay, so it's 1 per. Cool. How much better is it? A lot better. Oh, that's a lot better. Oh, boy. Forge a weapon. Yeah. Nice weapon for you. Yes, Joshua's Twin Blades. And Kevin and Ren are not going to be too strength-focused, so I'm probably not going to make stuff for them. I actually sort of feel like... Oh my. That really is just strong. So, I believe someone, somewhere, said something about which ones were actually good and which ones were bad. I might as well for these last two, essentially. Okay. So the suggestions in terms of which ones don't suck was katana, and in terms of ones that I'd actually use. So specifically, katana, sai, template sword, over cannon are very good. Which is fine. The whip and staff are decent and the rest suck, relative to others, apparently. So, what I want is I want a staff, and I want a katana. One for Richard, one for Estelle. Yeah. So... Right, one-handed sword, I presume. No, katana. Wait, one-handed sword is Chloe and Julia. Katana's those two. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I have exactly the ones I want them to have. Hers was particular, like, that's decent. Obviously, I don't have as many things on her to make her generally better at what she does. Surprised that, it is what it is. Because that's plus 1500, that's also plus 1500. It also has a lot more going for it in terms of range, and, well, technically it really is just an extra speed. Okay. And she already has her Jinu upgraded, so basically what it's going to end up being is Estelle and Richard and Annalise are all going to basically flank their own team. And each is going to get a spellcaster along with it, between Oliver, Chloe, and Shara. And then the other guys fill in as necessary. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's good! I'm not leaving this time. Someone also gave me a suggestion in terms of which ones were most difficult, so I think I will at least set up the ones that I'm not on a bit more along those lines. I might, or I might ignore it, I don't know. But now I need to buy everyone else weapons. Because, you know, at least the other ones that have reason to get more weapons for, or better weapons for them. If you're wondering why Josette and Tita sort of got, you know, screwed in terms of getting better quartz, look at my Sepith and you'll understand in Time and Water why it ended up that way. Oh, those really are the most important ones between healing and health, and because like everyone could use more health. It's like, okay, I don't have anything to do with this guy. Oh, I'll put an HP one on them. I don't have anything better to do on them. Okay, I'll get more HP ones, and etc, etc, etc. So not all of them were able to get the best HP one, basically. I feel like someone might have made a typo when putting in Omen Breakers here. I feel like that might be the case. Yeah, okay. I have everyone equipped. I sold a lot of my old weapons just to make sure I stocked up on stuff. I still have that Sepith. I think I'm generally good to go. I might want to stock up on some food, but I'm not really confident that I want to rely on that too much. So there's probably just going to be one or two things here that I just maybe get like a number of, maybe CP restoration, like, oh, I don't want to go back and get my CP up or something like that at some point. So, now we do a thing that I was told I should do. Okay, so I'm not going to do this with everyone unless it seems a lot more in-depth than I'm expecting. Basically, I was told if I read From Vat to Fit, the response changes based on who's the leader of the party. There's a book called From Vat to Fit written by Gilbert Stein. Back away slowly was an option. I really can't see there being much of a market for this thing. Please erase my memories. Sure, buddy. Any day. I get a freaking achievement for reading that? Well, that's fun. Who would be fun to have in the leader role for this? I think I'm mainly just going to do the ones I'm interested in. Number of interesting books here. From Vat to Fit. Yep. What in? It looks like he tried to adapt Ouroboros' Jaeger strengthening program into a fitness regime. That's impressive? Isn't it like chemical? Like they alter your body? Like, how would you change that into a... You're an idiot, Gilbert! What the fuck, man? Oh, man, what is this thing? I think I'm gonna throw up. Throw up? What? How? What? How does that have anything to do with the Jaeger strength? What? I need to read this thing. This thing is just perplexing. What the fuck, man? Oh my goodness. Slam. Oh my. Oh, that was... Wow. Just... Wow. That is awesome. Well, this guy's dedicated. Yeah, let's go with that. No. Who would give a good... Ren. Ren would give a good response, I'm sure. Huh. He's so dedicated. I'm ever so slightly impressed. Okay, so you reacted like Campanella would react, just without going over and making fun of him at the same time. Just like, you just made fun of him in your mind. Oliver. This is fun. This is weirdly fun. No. Ooh la la. Oh, what is in there, Gilbert? My goodness. I need to read this thing now, man. Oh, Annalise is cute. Seeing everything is cute. Let's see how that turns into interpreting this thing. Whatever you want to call it. I'm going to pretend I didn't see any of that. Sure you are. Chloe, I heard there's a good book that'll help you be a much better ruler when the day comes. You need to read it. It's important. I almost feel sorry for him. Almost. Not quite. Never. That'd be dangerous. Oh, who else would be good? Let's try Richard. Prim and proper, maybe he'll just be respectful about it. I could see either way. This is a book. The prim and proper ones are giving the best responses between Reese and Richard. Oh my goodness. Mueller. We need to do Mueller now. Oh, Mueller, what do you have to say about it? After all your years of dealing with Oliver. After all your years of dealing with Oliver, come on. What a hopeless fool. That's about right. He's a bit more blatant about it. Oh, who else? Someone who wouldn't... I think we got through all the people who probably wouldn't be understanding about it. Or try to be understanding about it. Richard and Reese are the people who probably would not try to be understanding about it. But they're proper enough to try to be polite about it. I know Reese slammed it, but she didn't say anything. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. And she just exemplified that. Here, Tito, let's ruin your innocence real quick right now. Poor Gilbert. Oh my. I want to read this book now. My goodness. Anyone else? Why not Agate? Damn! This looks about as safe as a sword balancing act on my neck. You seriously tried this? Oh my goodness. That explains so much. That explains so much. So freaking much. Okay, last one. Last one. I don't care about doing all of them. But I've hit the ones that perk my interest as potentially seeming interesting. Huh, fascinating. Really? Wow. Wow. You got a nice final response. Damn. Shara is open-minded. Let's say that. Shara is definitely open-minded. And on to who I want my final party to be. Obviously want Kevin Reese in there. And I like Joshua as a CP, S-Craft Battery, and Ren's really good at the other stuff. I also like all the characters that I'm using anyways. And I have the other ones set up to do fine work for me in the other parties. You know, I'm not really too surprised by the idea that they are other parties, you know. Ultimately. Because so many characters, I actually sort of... I'm not surprised in the slightest that they're doing something that requires basically everyone. They did it before, technically, so... Okay. All is one and one is all. All begins with one and in the end, it returns to one. Only when you have released all the other doors shall this one open. Yes. Star Chamber. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Whose blessing? We never got that, man. We never got that. Whose blessing? Probably never gonna get it. Ooh. Okay, this might get loud. Yep, it's getting loud. Okay, I'll turn it down. Okay, volume should be back to normal by now. Yes, there's this whole thing with recording this where I have to turn the... Yeah. Same reason there was issues last time. But the music should be back to normal, which apparently is actual music and not part of that scene. You know, this really does offer the question of why exactly did it just start crumbling apart? I totally get the idea that it might have been kept afloat by it, but why would the Oriole be the structural support for a bunch of internal structures as well? Just a little weird now that I think about it in retrospect. Hey, Bluebach, don't just stand there, say something. Huh. Why should I be the one to break the silence? Words have no meaning in the face of such a splendorous sight. This feels vaguely familiar. Did this happen in the second chapter? All there is for us to do is to be overwhelmed and awed by the spectacle before us. The others still haven't come back either. Kinda crummy ending to the whole shtick, huh? Red left the city and has since departed the region. Luciola is missing, but no good can come from us threatening for her safety. No worries on that front. Just think it'd be a waste for a woman like her to die so early. So, here's hoping she didn't lose her life for nothing. I quite agree. I swear, LoH, I feel the odds for him making it out alive are, well, non-existent. Yeah. Damn it. If I'd known that this was gonna happen, I would have finally made him find me. He's always finding excuses to get out of it. Well, unlike us, he had a clear and specific purpose for taking part in all of this. And it looks like he may well have been able to achieve it, and that, though he met his end, I have an inkling that he at least is satisfied with the ending to this story. This does not seem me as familiar anymore. Hard to believe it's all over. This is Gilbert. Final door obviously must be about Gilbert, right? That's it. That makes sense. What? What's happening? I thought we were going to use that floating city to rule Liberl with an iron fist. But then we were going to use it to rule the whole continent as an iron fist as father and son. I don't know. So why is this happening? This wasn't supposed to happen. Wait, did anyone ever actually say we were going to do that? Was I just thinking it on my own? I was, wasn't I? So, the usual. Ah! But I wanna. I hate my life. All I seem to do is get humiliated by them and abused by LoH Campanella lately. And then to top it all off, this happens. Just what have we all been doing? That is a fair question. Didn't Campy old boy end up getting the Oriole anyways? Yeah, there he is. Feels like he did. Oh, and he's on the... Oh. Glorious, that's the name. Escaped me for a second there. Lord Campanella, I'm relieved to see you're well, sir. The same to you, fine gentleman. I'm thoroughly impressed with your work ethic. It takes guts to dedicate yourself to your duty, even at a time like this. You should see what's happening outside. It's a sight to see, you know. All the mirror in the world can buy you tickets to see a show like this incredible. You're not too late to check out the show if you head out now. Why not come take a peek? I won't tattle. We can possibly. We wouldn't dream of abandoning our post without permission. I suppose you went after the training you've been through. No matter. Now, mind letting me inside? I've got something to take. I've got something I need to take care of in the sanctuary. You see, sir. But we've been ordered to not let anyone inside without the professor's permission. Even you, Lord Campanella. He's as dead as you'll be if you won't let me through. I don't think even I can get a dead man's permission now, can I? What? But that's just not possible. Oh dear. Is my word worth that little to you? Oh, I'm hurt. Maybe I should have a little fun with you like I always do with darling Gilbert. That may make you a little more inclined to have more faith in me. We weren't. We never once doubted your word, so you need not trouble yourself on our behalf. That's lovely to hear. Why don't you just go outside and watch a show like I suggested? You're under no obligation to guard this place, now that the man who ordered you to do so is now, no more. Gladly, sir. Good luck with your business, sir. They may have served their purposes now, but it seems a terrible waste to steal their memories and toss them out like garbage. Maybe I should put them under my command. Well, that's nice of you. You gonna do that to Gilbert one day? Actually, Gilbert might have been spared a much worse fate, just because Campanella likes fucking with him. I wonder. So, you gonna do something with the Oriole you poached? I think he did. At least I got the impression that he did. I don't think I've ever actually been contradicted on that. Even all the noise going on outside can't reach this far inside the ship by the looks of it. Just as well, I can fulfill my role otherwise. Requesting access. I enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool. Hereby request access to the celestial globe in place of the third anguish, George Wiseman. He was just to be there as an observer. Ooh. Is this like really, like, super hype FaceTime? We've been waiting for you. Already here, I see. Interesting. Hey, look, pillars. Oh, I see numbers. There's numbers on those. 5. I see 1. 1, 2, 3 seems to be missing. Oh, Anguis numbers. There's a lot more than I figured. I certainly never envisioned that the Faceless would perish. Poor thing. All the trouble he caused his old friends finally got up with him. So, how exactly did he die? I'm simply dying to know. Oh, I wish you could have seen it. The poor fella turned completely to salt, from top of his head to the tip of his toes. And it all came crumbling down to itty-bitty pieces. Oh my, what a chilling way to go. That actually doesn't sound too off how, like, Vita tended to talk. I wonder. I don't remember if they ever gave their number in terms of Anguis. I do wish I could have been there to witness it for myself. So he fell victim to the results of that singularity in North Ambria, did he? I would have loved to have seen the real thing when it first appeared. So Anguis, as we know Vita, we know Weissman, we know the guy who's in charge of the 7 factories, I'm forgetting. The factories, the research guys. Who would have seen that coming? That guy never seemed to let his guard down, even for a second. I imagine it was the work of a Dominion. Almost certainly the 5th. The position everyone previously believed to be vacant says the 5th Anguis. Oh right, I guess that explains why he screwed up. So, what's the 5th Dominion's name, then? Kevin Graham. He calls himself the Heretic Hunter, and he studied under the one and only Carnelia. Seems like a real riot, too. Twisted in all the right places. He studied under Carnelia now. I'm even more interested in him. You've got to be kidding me, Abyss. Abyss. Second. Oh... I don't remember enough, man. It sounds familiar, though. It might be. After how into Lionheart you weren't, you're not even gonna mourn his loss for more than a second before setting your eyes on a new guy. Oh my, you've got me all wrong. I assure you that I'm mourning Leon's death in my own way. He's not a man I'll likely ever forget, especially as I can never get him to show up, even the slightest hints of interest in me in the very end. Indeed. First time you're talking. Truly was a skilled swordsman. His loss will be keenly felt. He was only one among the enforcers who was able to cross blades with you, I believe. Certainly of those I've fought against. I often asked him to humor me with my training. I always felt as though there was a chance he may surpass me as a swordsman one day. There was also... I don't know if she's an Anguis or an enforcer. Was it sword or lance maiden? Okay, so I know there's a lance maiden legend in Erebonia. I remember that. And I know... Oh, I'm forgetting her name. Best Girl. What's Best Girl's name? Oh, she was awesome. I want to say Dorothy, but that's definitely wrong. Give me a sec. Sorry, give me a sec. This is bothering me. No, I was just typing in Jubilee. Yes, that's sort of like Dorothy. Yes, Jubilee. So it was her, like, master sort of person, right? The person that she, loves so much. I forget if she was supposed to be lance-based or sword-based. I am forgetting if they mentioned one way or the other. I thought they did, but Jubilee uses a sword, so maybe sword, which might be this person. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. It makes knowing he lost his life before having a chance that much more difficult to bear. In my opinion, the loss of the Blade Lord isn't all that significant when you look at the bigger picture. A tiny, predictable loss in our overall combat capabilities. Now, the loss of the Angel of Slaughter will have much more of a long-term impact. Oh, the chick with the scythe. I wonder if she'll come back in the end. She seemed pretty confused. So I'd say 2's probably Vita. I'm gonna guess... Was that 6 the one that was talking about combat capabilities? I'm thinking that's probably the factory guy. 3's obviously Wiseman. I'm guessing 7 is Duvali's, the one she's hot for. I'm gonna steal her from her one day. Don't worry. Trails, you better give me that option. I think 7's her, maybe. I wonder if she'll come back in the end. She seemed pretty confused. That's a decision for her and her alone to make. We may be above them in the Ouroboros hierarchy, but that doesn't give us the right to order them around. That is the way of the society. But still... Professor... Okay, yeah, confirmed. All of us here are well aware of the importance of the Gordius series. But this is a law decided by the Grandmaster. Surely he must be aware of what that means. He only needs to look at Wiseman's obsession with that black-haired boy to see what can come from being too fixated on someone. Indeed. That very obsession proved to be his undoing. Isn't that right, Campanella? You can definitely argue it was one of the factors that led to his failure, yes. Kevin seemed like he was trying to use it to his advantage, too. Alright, I'll drop the issue. We know that as long as the 13 factories... Did I say 14? I don't remember. I'm bad with names. We know this by now. Are in my care, the Gordy series will be of unparalleled importance to me. So I'll be keeping an eye on her from here on to observe how well the one she has is functioning. Certainly, we'll leave that to you. I believe we've talked long enough. The time has come for the Grandmaster's advent. Is that so? How thrilling. Okay. We have the Grandmaster. Oh, aren't you just... beautiful. Starry sky. I see you have all gathered. Yes, Grandmaster. With the exception of the third Anguis, all are present and accounted for. Very good. You deserve my thanks for observing all that transpired as my representative, Campanella. I'm pleased to hear as much, Grandmaster. So if the Grandmaster needed a representative in this one, did he have a representative in Erebonia? I wonder. Because we didn't see Campanella. Imagine you were already aware what transpired during the castle plan, even without me relaying the details. It allowed me to fulfill my most important duty. The Oriole being stuck in that, staff. That makes sense. Oh my. So that's the Oriole. Can you actually transfer it here? How does that work? Thank you. If only the price we paid to obtain it weren't so great. Wiseman, Lionheart. To say nothing of the countless other sacrifices, both human and otherwise, that arose to this plan. I and I alone bear responsibility for each and every one of them. That is simply not true. Please do not place the burden of blame upon yourself. The Faceless alone was at fault for his death. But if anyone should take the blame, it's we Anguis who chose to overlook his behavior rather than steer him back on the right track. No, I have expected that this is what would happen, and I chose to leave all the decisions in his hands. I did so because I believe that's to be necessary for this world, but nonetheless, the blame is unequivocally mine. Oh, Grandmaster, why must you blame yourself so? Interesting, so the Grandmaster... The more and more we learn about Ouroboros, at least the Grandmaster and such, the more and more I feel as though they're trying to achieve something really positive for the world. Even if they believe that they're doing this, even if they believe that they're essentially using necessary evil to achieve it, there will never really be a reaction for what has happened in time. But I imagine that the Church will act regarding that. Let's leave the matter to them. As you wish. I must admit that my curiosity is piqued, but it shall be as you desire. In that case, what should all of us do now? The bells in the west have rang. Okay. And the first pack applies no more. The west. The west is Arabonia, somewhere else? I hereby proclaim the completion of the first phase of the Orpheus final plan. The Gospel Plan. And the initiation of the second phase, the Phantasmal Blaze Plan. Farewell. Leave everything to us. We, your loyal Anguis, in accordance with your wishes, shall now fully devote ourselves to the execution of your plan. Very interesting. So it's time for the Phantasmal Blaze Plan to begin. The stage is set, at the very least. It's going to utterly dwarf the Gospel Plan in terms of both quality and scale. It's going to take 2 more games. Things are finally about to get interesting. And it also takes at least 2 more Anguis, yeah? By the way, I might be the last person you want to hear this from, but... would you mind stopping the whole peeping in thing? Mysterious stranger. What? Did that just break the 4th wall? What the fuck? We're not really gonna go that route, right? We're not really gonna go that route, right? How does that work? Are we getting the memory from someone who's speaking in? Or are we? Is that supposed to be a 4th wall break, like, legit? I mean, obviously it's a 4th wall break, but... is it like an in-universe 4th wall break? That's weird. Okay, so... yes, Phantasmal Blaze Plan is definitely the cross-spell in Arabonia. Actually, no, let me read... not 2 more games. 4 more games. Because this game itself has nothing to do with any Ouroboros plans. It took 2 games for the Gospel Plan shit to happen, right? And then you have the crossbow games and 4 Cold Steel games, so... unless there's another phase in there that I obviously have not played 3 or 4 one day. This door was very, very interesting, though. The Grandmaster really does sound like someone who... how should we say it? The taking on the responsibility feels like it might be their primary character trait. You could sort of get a feel for how people talked through just like how they said their stuff, like the person who sounded like Vita. Like, you could clearly tell it was Vita because she talked like Vita does in Cold Steel. It was very similar. You could sort of see like the mannerisms of how she talked and such, and I could almost hear the voice when it was, you know, the text was coming across. It was interesting. Like, if the second one wasn't Vita, I'd be shocked. But, yeah, the Grandmaster really sounds like they're trying to do a good thing. Now, the question ultimately becomes, are they actually doing a good thing? Or do they just believe they're doing something positive for the world? Because 100% how the Grandmaster was talking made it sound 100% like that Grandmaster was thinking, oh, we're a necessary evil in order to achieve something for the greater good. That's what it felt like, and I'd be shocked and awe if it wasn't actually that. Because then that would mean I'm taking things entirely the wrong way. Which wouldn't be the first time between this and other games and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's the plan. That was a very interesting door at the very least, and I don't have to fish, which is probably the best news of all. I've been elated on that news for days now since I last recorded. Okay, well, I will see you all next time when I finish the game. Hopefully. Drive safely, everyone. And hello and welcome back to Trails in the Sky, the third. Last time I finished up most of the stuff I wanted to do, I did go ahead and spend much of my money basically stocking up on some healing items. Primarily, I wanted the CP restoration ones. That's really what I focus on more than anything. I got these 20 CP ones because, one, you could buy everything. That was part of the actual recipe. So I could use them out of combat if I really want to, essentially. And the 61s, I'm probably going to more save for if I really want to use them in combat, that sort of thing. But like I said last time, this is time that we go. So the plan is this, essentially. What I'm going to do is today, I'm going to try to finish the game. I don't know how much longer is left, but I basically have the entire day free to try to do this. And I am going to do this as much as I can, and hopefully I don't run out of hard drive space. Yes, this does tend to take up a lot of hard drive space comparatively. So, okay. I saved, I have all that stuff. Take off on the Arsail. Let's go. Once you depart on board the Arsail, there'll be no turning back. You'll never be able to return to this garden ever again, unless you, like, load the save or something that you just made. Are you completely sure that you're ready? Yes. Very well then. In that case, let's call for the others and leave for the Arsail at once. Right, this thing being here. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's how we're gonna fly it. We're just gonna put random people at the helm. Oh, Mueller. Josette makes sense, Tina makes sense. Richard? I suppose he might have had training in that in his military days, same with Mueller. Joshua has some experience too, I guess it sort of makes sense in the end. And Captain Swarz. What's her first name? I'm forgetting, whatever. But, yeah, she has or commanded it before, so, okay. Alright, everyone is now in position. I miss Echo. I miss Echo. If you would, Celeste. Of course. Please focus your minds, everyone. Focus on the image of the shape. Focus on the image of the ship, taking flight into the sky. That's all you need to do. Got it. Well, this is gonna be easy. It's not a sight I've had the pleasure of seeing before, but I can easily imagine how beautiful it must be. Come to think of it... Oh, fuck, he actually did come along. I was in the ship when I was being transported to a Selma-licensed fortress. That was when my life really started to go off the rails. If you're going to remain on board, sir, I would kindly ask you to cooperate. For the ship to fly again, everybody on board must be thinking the same thing. If you're not willing to participate, you could always climb off and remain in the garden. No, I can cooperate. For realsies. How do I ever get myself into this mess in the first place? That's a very good question. Well, aren't you being a good boy? Well, now that we have everyone's support, I think it's time to begin. Oh. Is this... And everything comes alive! Yep, start seeing things go. Oh, speed it up. Activation complete. The Arsail is now ready to depart at any time. Scream. We did it! Whew. I don't want to think about what would happen if that failed. Well, we're finally ready. What should we do, Kevin? If we're ready, then we should get going immediately. Our destination's set, so let's go there and finish this. Understood. If you would then, Julia. Julia, right. Certainly, Your Highness. Henceforth, the ship will be accelerating to maximum battle speed and exiting the planes. Starting all engines. And advance. Yes, ma'am! Woo! Ooh, it's shiny. And doors abound. At least those look like the doors. And back to... Something's happening. What on earth? Wow! So this is what the planes really look like. Huh. It's like being surrounded by a giant kaleidoscope. 3000 SPH, 3100, 3200. Wait a second, 3500, 3800, 4300. We're now going at 5000 SPH. What? But the Arceo should only be able to reach 3600. I can only assume that this is a result of how well you're able to combine your thoughts as one. Wouldn't it be an inaccuracy, though? Because I thought that the better we combine our thoughts as one, that would actually result in, like, it being more accurate to the real thing, but since it's inaccurate, wouldn't that mean that we didn't do it as well? Or... No, that's nothing about it. This must be the Arceus theoretical maximum capability rather than its real-world maximum. Oh, this is amazing! What, because there's nothing working against it? Shouldn't take us long to reach our destination at this kind of speed. Are we still in the plains, incidentally? Yes, but we shouldn't be for much longer. Detecting a barrier in front of us. 120 seconds till impact. Full speed ahead. Prepare the main cannon for rapid fire. We're going to use it to force our way through. Right. Oh, I hope that works. Oh god, that thing's bigger than I ever remember it to be. Well, we're out into something else here. Okay, this feels like an actual world. Whoa. So this sound phantasma looks outside of the plains. It's nothing but a barren wasteland. Our destination's coordinates are, as I mentioned earlier. As long as we keep heading straight, we should be able to reach it before long. Whew. I guess this is our chance to take a breather. That was a real thrill now, wasn't it? Even Ouroboros doesn't have any airships quite this fast. Hey, Ren, you want to tell us specifically about how good the technology in Ouroboros is? It's only natural to start hitting... It's only just starting to hit me just how vast Phantasma actually is, though. The plains felt big enough as it was. But this area around them seems even bigger. Indeed, it's astounding to believe that all this was only a subsystem of the Oreo. It also makes it even hard to believe that the Oreo could have disappeared as it is. Yeah, I'm with you. There's no way that something capable of making an entire other world like this could just vanish all of a sudden. Which means it probably collected it. Is something wrong, Kevin? Nah, it's fine. I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to tell you guys anyways. I doubt what I'm thinking is any direct connection to what's happening here. It'd be interesting if it did. Oh no. Don't tell me, don't make me do that minigame, don't make me do that minigame, don't make me do that minigame. What the? There's a small flying object approaching us 200 steps from behind. Is it the Bobcat? What? How could there be another airship out here other than ours? Oh. It seems a pursuer from the plains. A pursuer? Bring down the main monitor. Trying to get the pursuer up on it using the ship's rear camera. Understood. Wait. What? Is that LoH's? Or am I remembering what that looked like incorrectly? That's... What's the Silver Dragon doing here? Huh, I've never seen one in that color before. This is bad. It's going faster than us. At this rate, it's going to catch up before long. That wouldn't be likely to end well either. Our sail has been taken down by a dragon once before as it is. If ever mid-air battle, turn the ship and intercept the dragon. No, there's no need to do that. What? This is new. The time has finally come to show you all my true brilliance. You actually got some. Damn. You feeling alright, buddy? Perhaps you ought to go and rest in the medical room. You seem confused. The rest of you can just stay there and watch. You're about to see a real hero in action. Wait, are you gonna go try to take it on, or do you know what's happening? Okay, what the fuck, Gilbert? And he's gone. Okay, we should probably just do our own thing. Let's get into that goofball. Does this give me Gilbert's redemption moment? My moment's finally come. From now on, I will be the star of this show. If this world really does respond to people's thoughts, then come forth my wings, clear of the clouds better than the blue sky. My Giapace! And working it out. Oh! I knew you would answer my call. I give a sign. Commander, Company Commander Orvos's 38th Enhanced Air Unit will hereby commence diverting a dragon and taking it up to the sky. Okay, well, Gilbert's dead. So much for that. He had that thing when we were in Grand Cell. I have no idea. That's how you wrote it. I know that thing. So he was the one who attacked the Bobcat. Maybe his idea wasn't so stupid after all. It might not be as strong as that dragon, but in terms of maneuverability, it actually keeps up fairly well. So it's a matter of skill at this point. Neat. Well, let's see if that works out well. Also, yeah, as long as he puts it on hard mode, it should do perfectly fine. He's actually fighting well. Yeah, I'm impressed. I was figuring he's just some loser, but maybe he's got some more guts than I thought he had. Yeah, I feel like I'm seeing him in a whole new light now. Still, while he's putting the valiant effort, I can't see him being able to actually take it down. Indeed, perhaps it would be best for us to turn around and engage it directly. I told you, there isn't any need for that. Oh, I needed to get going. It's not like I would have been able to help you out in battle much anyway. I might as well do my part some other way. You're certain about this? Why the fuck is it like coming after us in the first place anyways? Sure, I might not be able to knock it out of the sky, but I can sure get it out of your way. Then, when you've safely escaped, I'll make my own retreat and follow on after you. Understood. I shall be praying for your success. Same to you. Wow. I don't really want him to have a redemption. This is not okay, game. Don't give him a redemption. He's fucking Gilbert. Yeah, he sure knows how to steal the spotlight. In good ways and bad ways. Honestly, he should be fine. He's pretty skilled at operating that thing. He gave me and my brothers a hell when he attacked us before. Well, I guess all we can do is believe in him now. That's all we really want to do anyways. Let's pray to Adios for his safety. Indeed. And then no one prays. All engines, full speed ahead. Don't slow down until we reach our destination. Or run out of gas. Yes, ma'am. Moments like these are the best parts of being a hero. If only there were more people to marvel just how cool I am in this very moment. He didn't like closing intercom link, so everyone's hearing. What? Oh, for what? Why? This is not like the version that he had when we were fighting the Sporsvir, right? It's a different color, and Ren was there with us at the very least. So it's not like she was able to just, like, get a bunch of these by calling on his help in the same way they suggested earlier, right? Well, wait a second, you go getting up on me like that. That's messed up. I'll say, can you hear me? I take it all back. I take it all back. They're out of range. Crap, they're out of range. Run away, run away. Oh my goodness, no. They're just gonna go. Oh, Dios. Oh, man. Huh? You guys hear something? I didn't. Must be my protagonist powers. Kevin, did you hear anything? Yeah, I heard it. I just ignored it. Detecting a giant structure 120 cells ahead of us. I think this is where we're headed for. We should have to get a visual on it before too long then, if it's that close. Joshua, can you move the main camera to face it? Of course. Zooming in as far as I can on the target. I've got it, putting it up on the screen. Ooh, that's foreboding. That's incredibly foreboding. What is that? Wow, it looks like something out of a fairy tale. Looks like some sort of palace. Or perhaps a castle is a more appropriate word for it. Ooh, I wonder if it's actually going to look like Grandmaster Castle at all. Considering the Oriole and this magical plane, it's like maybe a more elaborate version of the castle. Or maybe the castle was built to imitate it. Considering this is, supposed to be what Liberl. I assume that this Phantasma, it's as big as the continent, so I wonder how many people they actually had available in here. And how much of it was like Liberl-centric in terms of the people and such. So that's where the Lord of Phantasma waits for us. A great castle standing in the wilderness. Quite the romantic concept. Ravina's waiting for us there. No doubt about it. That's one scary-looking castle she built herself, huh? I'm already shaking my straggers. Estelle just slaps on the back. That's a good saying. Also, yeah, she might have just built the castle herself. That's possible. I don't really think of that. I figured it was like a ruin from how this place used to be previously. What should we do now, Kevin? Well, let's try and get closer and see if there's a way in. Careful, though. Wouldn't want to go like Gilbert on everyone. I don't think our arrival is going to come as much of a surprise for her. Understood. Sail, decelerate. As soon as we reach the target beam, just slowly circle around it. Yes, ma'am.